We begin with breaking news tonight. Just within the last half hour, a person killed in a shooting on Indy's east side. Police say around 10:55, officers responded to a report of a person shot on Delmont Drive. That's near 42nd and Mithofer. The victim shot there died at the scene. We do have a crew headed to that scene right now. We will bring you updates here on the air and online at WTHR.com. Now to a massive chemical fire that's been burning for hours in southern Indiana. Right now, people are being told to stay in their homes and keep their windows and doors closed. Take a look at this video. This is in Newburgh, just outside of Evansville. You can see that huge column of thick smoke pouring out of that building. And the Warwick County Sheriff says it's spewing potentially hazardous chemicals. The fire started around 3:45 this afternoon. Firefighters say it is still burning nearly 8 hours later. Firefighters confirm that building houses PBTT. That's a manufacturer in Newburgh. There are shelter-in-place orders right now for neighbors in Warwick County because of potential chemicals in the air, and that just got extended west because of high winds. Some neighbors heard explosions when the fire started.
We heard it and we were thinking maybe it's just somebody, like, I don't know, hunting or like for some whatever weird reason blowing up like some dynamite or something. And then we looked up and we saw the flames, so we just figured probably time to pull out the camera.
Yeah, he captured this on camera. You see it here. No injuries luckily reported so far, but a nearby animal shelter did have to be evacuated. They're now looking for fosters. Again, that fire still going tonight. And the sheriff there talking about the wind. So in southern Indiana, they say it's going west. Having issues with that?
So here's the thing, and I did look at the wind speeds out of Evansville, which is very close to that area. Winds have been calm for the last 5 hours, and that may be counterintuitive, but here's the deal. It was much windier earlier in the day. You saw it in that video. You could hear the wind rustle. But as the atmosphere calms down, all of that settles right at the surface, and it doesn't allow that to get picked up and lofted away. So if there's chemicals in the air, that may be sitting right at the surface, and that could be detrimental to those that are going to be in that area. Hence the extenuation or the extension of that shelter-in-place order. That may be one of the reasons. So wind was certainly an issue earlier, and now it's kind of trapped at the surface. So we'll hopefully be able to see things improve there. Meanwhile, it's been clear conditions. We have clear skies right now. We expect those clear skies to continue overnight. We had some clouds develop during the afternoon, but really nothing moving our way. It is just a numbers game. Temperatures are in the 40s and 50s at this hour, but quite a bit of variability. And when you have calm winds, clear skies, you have dry air in place, you get a lot of this variability. 58 at the airport, but 46 in Carmel. And there's a wide variety of temperatures. I expect that's going to be the case by early morning. So even though I put 48 for our clear sky forecast for tonight, know that you are, and some of you already are, going to be many degrees either side of that. For tomorrow, though, lots of sunshine, 72. The winds will pick up yet again as we get into the afternoon. I'll be back with a look at temperatures going back into the 80s coming up.
All right, sounds good, Rob. Thank you. Tonight, we're working to get more details about a shooting in Lawrence, leaving a man in serious condition. Police say he was shot around 7:30 tonight on East 54th Street near 56th Street and I-465. Officers say they detained a woman in connection with the gunfire, and they're asking anyone with information to contact Lawrence police. 3 separate shootings injured 4 people overnight in Muncie. The first happened around 8:30 last night at an apartment on Walnut Street. A 27-year-old man is in critical condition, and a 24-year-old man is said to be stable. Right before midnight, 2 more men were shot and injured at a Muncie convenience store. And an hour later, a 52-year-old man was shot at a different location. If you can help investigators there, call Muncie Police. New tonight at 11, Governor Mike Braun has named a new Secretary of Public Safety for Indiana. He posted on X tonight that State Police Superintendent Anthony Scott will now take on the role. Scott will also continue to lead state police. Now, Jennifer Ruth Green, a combat veteran, has held that position since January. No word on the reason for her departure. The governor also saying tonight more personnel changes are coming to the Department of Public Safety. Of course, we'll keep you posted. On the steps of the Indiana State House tonight, a push to prevent funding cuts for cancer research. Advocates using lights of hope to share their message. Our Brandon Schaff talked with one survivor about the mission.
The Lights of Hope, representing people in Indiana who've had cancer, including survivors, people who died, and caregivers.
Every light you see here is literally a light of hope, and it represents somebody's life.
Christine Yoder advocates for health policy, research money, and equal access to care. She's also a cancer survivor, having had breast cancer twice, but she's not just fighting for herself.
I have a 12-year-old grandson that has cancer, and this is his third time.
Her grandson, Ollie, has a brain tumor and, thanks to a drug coming off trial in Texas, saw that tumor shrink 80% in 3 months. Yoder says that was possible thanks to elected officials working hard to fund cancer research. That's why people are here, to keep that money from going away.
There are about 300 bags on the steps of the State House, all honoring those fighting against cancer, spelling out one word: cure.
Cure for me means I'm going to see Ollie graduate from high school.
There are proposed federal budget cuts, almost $2.7 billion to the National Cancer Institute. Yoder says that it sets everyone back when research funding is lost. Advocates set this up on the Indiana State House steps to remind lawmakers of the people whose lives were changed by cancer. In Indiana, that's a lot. More than 40,000 Hoosiers diagnosed just last year.
There's not time to wait for research or funding or discussions across the aisle. Time is everything.
Yoder says there's hope to find a cure, and she's fighting for those fighting cancer. Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Yoder and this group are going to Washington, D.C. in a couple of weeks to meet with elected officials there. They will create an even larger display with more than 10,000 lights, all to honor those fighting cancer.